Hello everyone! Good morning! Let me get my picture right. Alright. Everybody breathe in. Breathe out. Today is going to be a great day. Start off with that. Alright? I'm back in my normal corner here. I hope everyone slept well. I did. Incense are really, let me make sure my mic's on. Incense are really important, especially with spirituality. So if anybody's bothered by them in your house, just open a window for a second until the smoke goes out and just do what you do. Coffee of the day. Fresh ground coffee. Clove, turmeric, agave, honey, and cinnamon. I woke up with this multitude of cooking ideas, but really simple stuff that people are not. I think that's what my next calling is, besides writing books. I think it's doing painting. It's cooking, but healthy food in a fun way, where you can get your kids involved. Because all about the kids. Our generation is healing. The next generation, that's where they're at. When I finish this face lotion, I'm actually going to make my own, and I'll give you guys the recipe for it. And just, if there's anybody on here that doesn't want me to be on their page, first, we're all religions, all genders. We're the plus size one, we're the skinny one too. Now, there's a way so that you don't have to see my stuff. But I know you guys want to watch my stuff, the ones that are, complaining. Somebody sent me a message yesterday that I'm posting too much. Baby, I'm just going to post more. Okay? If my light irritates your demons, that's a you problem, not a me problem. All right? They're sick. People trying to bother me. I was on the porch yesterday, and this lady drove past with her phone. You know how the real ignorant people will drive by and be like, "Oh, look at that over there! Look at that over there!" Like we're at the zoo. And she realized that right as she walked past, as she drove past, she had turned her car off, and then something happened. She turned her car back on, and then I heard the conversation of what the guy was saying. While they're sitting over there talking, while you sitting over there putting me on display, honey, your man's the one that probably wants it the most. Clock it. Okay? Moving on. I heard somebody say, right. Moving on. Playing to the camera. Something told me to play to the camera a little bit more. So, first thing that I wanted to talk about is spirituality. And not in the book that starts with a B and ends with an E. Back in the way back when they used to burn people at the stake and stuff for being different. Okay, I would have been burned at the stake a long time ago for some of the stuff that I put on here. You know what I mean? And some of the stuff that I believe in. But it's not stuff that I'm researching. It's not stuff that I'm seeking out. Okay, and I'm using my discernment, which is that gut feeling, that intuition. These are things that are being brought to my attention. I'm not a part of no groups. I'm not friends with any of these type of people. I'm not a part of, I don't follow anybody, if you guys will look. And that just shows you what you're putting out and getting back from the universe, right? I'm putting in the work, so I'm getting all this grand knowledge, right? When people talk about, ascending and chosen one and this, that, and whatever, it's a working phase that you have to put in for that work. This is my understanding of it, okay? Because these are things that have been coming to my attention since I was as a kid. Little things that people said, they stuck with me, and this, that, and whatever. And who are you to judge who's chosen and who's not, right? Because then the joke's gonna be on you. Moving on. So whenever someone's different, right? Hell, they used to burn women at the stake that would show their body. If a lady showed her leg in public, they would burn her at the stake because they said she was a witch because she was invoking sexual demons. So half of y'all, with your boobies out and everything, would be burned at the stake too. So leave me alone, because I come in peace. I come in light. Okay? ET phone home. Whatever's out there is leading me in the right direction. And I just follow my movement and I let myself be, a vessel of peace, love, and light. And nothing evil comes to my thoughts. I wish perfectly, happily for everyone. And if I cut you off out of my life, it's because my spirit team is telling me to do it. Okay? You guys like my lampshade? I made this. I love it. I found some old paint in the basement that was like beauty out of the unordinary, and I found an almost like a real raggedy spray paint can, and this was an old shade. It's like broken on the inside, and so I spray painted it, and then it turned into some muck, and I just went for it. I love it. I would pay money for that. For real, in my house. Like, my house is going to be a complete art studio. And it's just going to be fabulous. There's going to be art everywhere. Nothing's going to match. It's going to be fabulous. People are going to pay to come eat dinner at my house. I mean, I'm not going to charge nobody. I'm not even going to let nobody at my house. But still, watch what I tell you. Okay, moving on. Modern medicine. So, something that I'm going to be dropping gems on people, some of the stuff that's being brought to my attention, and the right people, the right vibrations are going to attract the right vibrations. You give what you get, in life, and if you're giving negative energy all day and the first thing that you say is a swear word, or, the first person you see, you're unloading all your stuff on them, like, you're only going to get that back, and then you're going to be like, oh my God, why am I sitting here like this? Why am I sitting here like this in my life? And that's why for this, the past 90 days, I've really became one with myself. And it's not because I chose this. It's because I was called to do this. And there's a difference. When you accept the call, when the phone call comes in, you got to take it. You know what I mean? A lot of people ignore that call, and that's why they don't feel special, because they're trying to justify everything with modern day, what they're reading and what they're seeing on the news, and products that are making them feel not special. Like, just be aware. Like, the most important point of this is I'm trying to wake everyone up with me, because there's a lot going on in this world that people know about. Okay, moving on. Look, they just uncovered the ET terrestrials not too long ago. Like, y'all gotta know. Y'all gotta wake up. Like, it's about time. It's about time you start asking some questions and stop living your day-to-day mediocre lives, letting them make all their money off of you like they're herding cattle. Okay? Moving on. Following prayer. Prayer doesn't have to be prayer, the way on the knees, begging, going to the congregational churches. Like, you can find spirituality from within. In fact, I encourage it. I encourage you going and not sticking to a script. Because you want to know who paid for the education system? The Rockefellerisms of it all. Brainwashing. Why do you think they didn't teach you credit building? Why do you think they didn't? There's schools for that. There's schools for gifted children like myself. There's schools. There's places where people get sent, like the Hogwarts of it all. Not on that level. You know what I'm saying? There might be, but anything's possible. But I'm saying, like, there's schools for gifted children that have abilities and things like that. Do you know what I mean? Just don't put your abilities out there and don't practice it in public, because that's when you lose your gifts. Somebody has to hear that. When you're cooking, cook happily. Happy vibes when you're cooking. Put happy music on. And when I say happy vibes, happy music, high vibrational music. High vibrational music. Go to sleep there's healing frequencies out there. And that's all freaking alien-esque stuff. Like, that's not even stuff that we created here. Believe it or not. Y'all could think I'm crazy, y'all could think I'm weird, or one day y'all are going to realize that I was right about all this stuff that's coming to me, because it's not knowledge that I'm not the one saying all this. Like, this is my higher self relaying all this information, because none of this stuff that comes to my mind, I even researched none of this. It just comes to me on a day-to-day basis through signs and symbols and numbers and something. I see 3 sets of numbers together, and it stands out to me, like 299, 222-444. You look it up. Angel number 222. What is my spirit team trying to tell me? And there's formats for that. If you meet somebody that's like me, and you're like, they're talking about ascending, they're talking about chosen one. Well, you know what? Maybe they are. Maybe they are. Maybe who are you to judge? Nobody came signed, sealed, delivered with a scroll to you saying, this person, there's no way that somebody like this androgynous person sitting in front of me is not this type of way. There's no room for you to say that, because if you take a look at your own life and what's going on in your own life, right? Are you living mediocrity, or are you rising? Are you creating every day, having good people around you every day, having a following that's watching your show every day? I would self-evaluate a little bit and stop, hiding under the rock. So I went to the, I think I said this yesterday, but I'm gonna say it again. I went to the store, the cheap store where everything's at. Everyone goes there, and it's the place you don't want to find your man, right? But you get all dressed up to go there anyways, just in case you get a little attention. Starts with a W, ends with a March. Yeah. Well, I go there, and I only pick a couple of things, like maybe $55 worth of stuff, mostly water. And I get to the cash register, and I had checked my food stamp card, and it said that I had money on there, right? I printed it off. I had everything. It said $500. I said, okay, cool. I go down there. My card didn't work. I used the other card, a card my mom gave me to use. That one didn't work. And I didn't feel bad that I wasn't able to pay for it, right? Because I'm going through all this stuff for a reason, which we all go through stuff for a reason. Don't feel embarrassed about stuff like that, because there's something hidden behind it. There has to be a meaning behind it, right? People aren't going to make you go through things in your life, or your spirit team, or whatever's going on in your life is not going to make you go through something for so long, because life is meant to be beautiful. Do you know what I mean? If you're going through a sickness, research. How do I get over? What can I do in my own, or pray, or meditate, or light a match, set some alcohol. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. Whatever's your thing. But try to figure out how to heal that stuff without medicine. What can I add to this? Hey, ChatGPT, how can I add? What type of juices can I make to prevent me from getting cancer? Hey, ChatGPT, do the one where you have a conversation with him, right? Because he's going to tell you the hard facts, just like that. Hey, ChatGPT. Hey, what's up? You can even get a British voice if you want. Hey, what's up? Hello, how are you doing? That's my favorite one. Anyways, you ask him, how can I prevent myself? I'm on this medication, and how do I make myself, using modern day medicine, spices, herbs, and healthy food, make my cancer go away, or make my irritable bowel syndrome, or improve my mental health, or stop me from being negative? Give me some quotes on how not to be negative. People aren't talking to me. How can I be more sexy? How can I obtain this goal? I really want to open a toenail business. Whatever you want to do, have a conversation with him. Because he ain't going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. I can't lie. I'm not allowed to lie. Or else I got to freaking go all the way back and start all over again. And I'm not trying to do that. There's things out here in place for us to learn things way better. Stop going to your friends. Stop giving them ammo. Stop going to Patricia over at the corner talking about everything that's going on in your life, baby, because she's going to do nothing but project all that info on you. Okay? Ugh. And then you want to beat her up. But you can't, because she lives right there, and you know she's a snitch. Ugh. Patricia at the corner. With her loud-ass dog. Moving on. Last thing I got for y'all today. Oh, no, I got two more things. We got 2 minutes? Good. Okay, so quit announcing what's wrong with you to people. Stop going on Facebook. Like yesterday, Like, I'm telling you, the spiritual realm works, or however, whatever you want to believe in, because we're all genders, all religions, we're the plus size, we're just kidding. The realms of it all, the 345D, 6Ds, whatever, they will reveal things to you, especially if you're open to it. Like you say, universe, I want to know everyone who's lying to me. I want to know everyone. I want to know what everyone's talking about. Be careful what you wish for, though, because it'll come full circle. But it's really about the subconscious mind. We're just using this stuff as tools. Okay. Moving on. But ask for it. You will get it. I'm telling you. So yesterday I'm like, I want to know what's going on in my life. Or I always say this. Higher self, show me what I'm not seeing that I need for my tools for today. Like, what I need to make it through this day. Show me what I'm not seeing that I need to see today. Right? Well, I felt, listen, the first thing that ran up in my feed was this mother saying, my child's ascending and I don't know what to do about it. You should probably go to your child and ask him, what do you need? What are you going through? How can I help you? How can I make this easier for you? Because people can't lie about that kind of stuff. Quite literally. Like, there's no point in lying about it. Or if somebody's going through that, like, it's not an easy process at all. At all. It's not fun at all. You're by yourself. You're sitting there. You're playing what's that game? Clue. Like, in your own world, and it's horrible. But once you get through it, and, you get the signs, and they tell you, oh, you're getting through it, and you're then it's a whole different story. You know what I mean? But, like, why would you make my thing worse, Last thing I want to talk about. Everyone knows what this is, right? Their vacuum. Okay. What there is, after every single time you use it, or I would do every single time you use it, because it'll be easier. There's a little filter in here, okay? You take this, empty it out, take this whole thing to your shower or to your laundry sink or whatever, right? And wash it out, because dust carries cancerous stuff. So whoever has that vacuum, that smelly vacuum over there in the corner, baby, all you gotta do is clean it, put some baking soda on your carpet. You don't need that fancy chemicals with all that cancerous stuff that goes all over your food and stuff, and your children and everything. Go get you some baking soda, right? Eliminate the smell. Clean this out, but most importantly, run this under hot water until it runs clear, and set it out every time. Because when this sits there, and you just let that collect and collect and collect and collect and collect, that's not good for you, baby. And you wonder why your bathroom's not working. It's not because the hose is clogged and you're throwing them away. It's because of this. And these are reusable. Okay. Anyways, with that, we pass. I hope everyone has a great day. Vacuum your floors, wash your teeth, all that good stuff. Be nice to your children. And listen. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Ciao!